A strike? You're nuts. He's nuts.
Back in Hannibal, we had heat over 100 lots of times.
Fly?
Casper now tried to fry an egg on the sidewalk in front of his drugstore one time.
Good old Smokey, he got a hit.
In Hannibal, they were always saying cool air was on its way from Hannibal. I certainly don't see any sign of it here. Do you? Do you?
Do I what?
See any sign of cool air?
You're blind, Dump, you're blind. See any sign of what, dear?
Never mind. It wasn't important. When we met in 1938, it was November. When I said that I would be his mate, it was December. I reasoned he would be the greatest husband that a girl had ever found. That's what I reasoned, that's what I reasoned. Then April rolled around.
Strike 3, ball 4, walk or run outside the score. You're blind, Dump, you're blind, Dump, you must be out of your mind, Dump.
6 months out of every year, I might as well be made of stone. 6 months out of every year, when I'm with him, I'm alone. 6 months out of every year, he doesn't take me anywhere. 6 months out of every year, when I play cards, solitaire. The other 6 months out of every year, we are hardly ever seen apart. But then the Washington senators take over my place in his heart. 6 months out of every year, I might as well be wearing crepe. Life is just an awful bore from which I find no escape. 6 months out of every year.
Strike 3, ball 4, walk around outside the score. Fly ball, don't play. Yankees win against the next goal. Damn Yankees, why can't we beat them? Now you're crazy, now you're crazy, now you're crazy, now you're blind, Dump, you're blind, Dump, you must be out of your mind, Dump. 6 months out every year, we live by the television set. He's out, he's out, he's out. He's beauty, and a lion that he's a I forget. Go! 6 months out every year, we know there is no other here. He's out, he's out, he's out. He's here, so let's take a 6 to 1. Go! 6 months out of every year, which we took for the never paid. Instead of praising our good luck, they were praising the place that really made. Down, crazy, down, crazy, down, crazy, down. Strike 3, ball 4, walk around outside the score. Fly ball, don't play. Yankees win against the Jets. Don't say Yankees, what can we mean when that time? Down, crazy, down, crazy, down. You're blind, Dump, you're blind, Dump, you must be out of your mind, Dump. Let's go! Let's go! What are we waiting for? April, May, June, July, August, September. April, May, June, July, August, September. Oh, 6 months out of every you're blind, Dump, you're blind, Dump, you must be out of your mind, Dump.
April, May, June, July, August, September. 6 months out of every
You're blind, Dump, you're blind, Dump, you must be Okay, Sahovic. Don't try to murder it. Just slip one through the infield. Come on, Sahovic. Get lucky. Man. The ball's in the dirty swing! Well, that does it.
Did the Washington Senators win, dear?
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe they will next time.
damn Yankees. I'd like to beat those damn Yankees just once.
But how can you if they're the champions?
If we just had one long ball hitter, just one.
Honestly, Joe, you're going to give yourself a stroke if you keep this up.
Wham!
Now, Joe, my friend's sister and Doris, they love baseball, but they don't suffer so. Well, I'm going to bed. I've got the bridge club tomorrow. Good night.
Yeah, sure. I mean, good night. Good night, old girl. Wham! One long ball hitter. That's what we need. I'd sell my soul for one long ball hitter. Hey, where do you come from?
Good evening.
Who are you?
My name is Applegate, and I think we have something in common, a love of the national game.
You bet. Care to sit down?
I'm here to make you a proposition. Not only would you like to see Washington win a pennant, but your secret yearning all your life has been to be a baseball player yourself.
I wasn't so bad in high school.
Not so bad. They were scouting you for Kansas City. You still got your spiked shoes and your glove. They're up in your bedroom.
Who told you?
Would you like to be the greatest baseball player in all history?
Big joke.
No joke. You can be a great ball player.
I can't even bend over and touch my toes.
Try it, just for laughs.
What do you know?
With my help, a lot of things come easy.
Say, who are you?
I am quite a famous character, Mr. Boyd. I have historical significance, too. In fact, I'm responsible for most of the history you can name.
Listen, I don't know what the gag is, but...
Talking to yourself. So I say you finally flipped your lid. What are you doing out here talking to yourself in the dark?
Talking to who?
You know, Joe, it's a sign of old age. Talking to yourself.
It is?
Is anything the matter?
I was just thinking about the game.
We went to the game last night. It was ladies' night. Is Meg still up?
No, she went to bed a while ago.
Oh, we'll see her at Bridge Club tomorrow.
We just came back from our ballet lesson.
They couldn't see you.
No, they couldn't. An amusing little stunt. It was all the rage in the Middle Ages.
I think that he's got to me. You mean you really are? Gosh, what are you doing here?
Great events bring forth great men, Joe. They arise from nowhere. They take command. That's history.
What are you talking about?
I have chosen you, the most dedicated partisan of the noble Washington Senators, to be the hero who leads them out of the wilderness to the championship.
But the Senators are in 7th place.
Your powerful bludgeon and sparkling play will inspire the team to greatness. We'll call you Hardy. Joe Hardy. You will be 22 years old. They'll put a new wing on that baseball museum at Cooperstown dedicated to you, the Hardy Shrine.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Just leave everything to me.
But my job, my wife,
This is a big operation. Can't let things like that stand in the way.
I just disappear, is that it?
Very simple.
And what happens after I stop being a baseball player? Then where would I be?
Well, now, of course, that's fairly well known.
Yes, but
Look, I've got something to trade here. I'm offering you a chance to be what you wanted to be all your life.
in my business, we have what you call an escape clause.
This is not a real estate deal.
Still, if I don't like it, I should be able to get out.
Get out?
I've got my wife to consider.
All right. I don't want to hear any more about your wife. Wives. They cause men more trouble than the Baptist church. I'm trying to be understanding, but all this haggling. All right, I'll give you a chance to get out.
Well, sure, in that case.
On the 24th of September at midnight. I wouldn't do it, but I don't want those damn Yankees to win.
You can say that again.
It's a deal.
It is?
And now the other hand.
That's all?
Sure. What did you expect to do? Sign your name in blood or some phony stunt like that? Come on, the team needs you. Let's not waste any more time.
I want to leave a note for my wife and get my shoes and my glove.
I'll call a taxi.
Goodbye, old girl, my old girl. When you awaken, I'll be gone. Can't tell you where I go. It isn't fair, I know, but trust in me and carry on. Goodbye, old friend, my old friend. There's something I must let you know. I haven't said it much, I guess I've lost my touch, but my old girl, I love you so. Now I know it hasn't all been rosy. We've had squabbling days when tears were brought about, but in a moment or two we would fill and coo, and never even knew what we fought about. And now your Joe has to go, but he'll come back to you again. So sleep your sleep, old girl. All love will keep, old girl, till then.
All right, cabs, wait. Did you? I don't believe this. When? And though your Joe has to go, he may come back to you again. So sleep your sleep, old girl. Our love will keep, old girl, till then. Goodbye, old girl, my old girl. Goodbye. Come on.
guy like you that's not covered, I get worried. I've been uncovered a long time. I don't worry. But everybody should have an insurance program. Next year, maybe. How's the crossword coming, Smokey?
Hey, very difficult.
So, Ferguson gave me the signal to steal. It was a pitch out, and when I got to second, everybody was waiting for me except for Ford Brick.
Hey, Sahovic, give me a three-letter word for Sticky Clemson. Spit? No, that's four.
Gum.
Oh, gum.
Look, Rocky, what sign is this?
Hit and run. Sure. All right,
Yeah,
right.
Rock.
Now you're still at bat.
I take. Okay. Now the count's 2-1. I don't do nothing.
Oh,
How can you not do anything? When I wiped the tape signal, look what followed. You go for it.
Sure, Rocky.
Why couldn't you remember that last night? You could have cost us a big inning.
It's not that I'm dumb, Benny.
Nobody said anything about your being dumb. Exactly.
It's just that when we play the Yankees, I kind of tense up. Kind of wonder, what's the use? Yeah.
Would you listen to this guy?
Hey, Benny, there's something different about the Yankees.
Well, what do you mean?
We don't make the same gophers when we're playing Kansas City. Yes.
Now listen, all of you, that's what I'm talking about. Boys, I know you're not yellow. No. Smokey, you're bagging defenses until you drive me crazy. And Rocky, you played 3 games with a broken hand. But your mental state is all off the left field. Listen to me. Baseball is only one half skill. And the other half takes something else, something bigger. You gotta have heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grin should start. You gotta have hope. You mustn't sit around and mope. Nothing's half as bad as it may appear. Wait till next year and hope. When your luck is batting 0, pick your chin up off the floor. Mister, you could be a hero. You can open any door, there's nothing to it but to do it. You gotta have heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fine to be a genius, of course, but keep that old horse before the cart. First, you gotta have heart. Well, we can do this. I got it.
A great slugger we haven't got.
A great pitcher we haven't got.
Hey, a great ball club we haven't got. What do we got? We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grit should start.
Now you get the idea?
We've got hope. We don't fit around and roll. Not a solitary solitary, mister, 'cause we've got hope.
Oh, boys, I'm proud of you.
We're so happy that we're humming.
Hum, hum, hum.
That's the hardest thing to do.
Ho, ho, ho. 'Cause we know our ship will come in. Hum, hum, hum.
So it's 10 years overdue.
Ho, ho, ho.
We've got heart. Miles and miles and miles of heart. Oh, it's fun to be a genius, of course, to keep that old horse before the car.
So what the heck you used to crying?
Why did we curse?
We gotta get better.
'Cause we can't get worse.
Add to it. We've got heart. We've got heart. We've got heart.
Wait a minute. Tell it to her.
We've got heart. All you really need is heart. When the odds say you'll never
We got heart. We got heart. We got heart.
Well, I've often wondered what this team did to keep up its morale.
We didn't invite the press this morning, Gloria.
Benny, you're very foolish to keep this prejudice against me just because I'm a woman. My paper gives you as much space as the others do.
I was only wondering why you was here so early.
My boss is very anxious to find out what some of your players think of the Yankees.
Look, I'll tell you something right now. My boys don't play dead for the Yankees or any other club.
Are you Mr. Van Buren, the Washington manager?
I mean, why make something out of the Yankees? They're a swell bunch
Oh,
of
yes,
fellas.
they're very polite, and then they beat your brains out.
They're just not a ball club as far as we're concerned.
I read somewhere they're talking about handicapping the Yankees, making them carry extra weight, like with horses.
Yeah, so what's on your mind, Mac?
Applegate is my name. My card, sir.
See my secretary, I'm busy.
I'm a longtime fan of the Washington Senators,
Listen, Mac, I said I'm busy.
and for some time now I've been beating the bushes for talent. This is my protege, young Joe Hardy. Joe's quite a boy with a bat in his hands, and I'd like you to give him a trial.
Where you been playing at, son?
Here and there.
Where's here and there?
If you just let me hit a few, Mr. Van Buren.
Come on, give him a chance. What do you got to lose?
Smoke it!
He can hit the ball a country mile.
Call me Benny.
I want you to take this kid down to the locker room.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Van Buren. I certainly hope
Tell Buster to throw him a few.
Come on, Mac.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
My protege may need my advice.
Buster will give him all the advice he needs. If you want to look, you can go up in the stands. The field is for the ball players. You don't mind, do you, Mac?
Love it, Mac. Just love it. Are you coming, my attractive friend?
Well, I'll look, but nothing will happen.
Want to bet?
I can't believe the kid is as good as all that. How could he be? Henry,
Yeah, Benny?
I want you to go out there and tell Buster to throw hard.
He is throwing hard. Can't you hear him grunt?
Go out there and tell him to bear down.
Sure. Hey, batting practice is one thing. How's he doing the game?
He's got a nice swing.
See, he's gone.
Over the fence.
It's just luck.
This is costing the club money. Hey, kid,
That boy's got a career ahead of him. He doesn't have a dime's worth of insurance.
what they say your name was, Joe?
Yes, sir, Joe. Joe Hardy.
He hit the ball pretty good.
Thanks.
How'd you feel it?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, I mean, my manager was supposed to be here. He said if I got in a jam, I could call
Did
him.
you want me, Joe?
Yes, Mr. Applegate, they want me to field.
Well, go ahead, boy. You can do anything. You know that.
But what position do you play?
I'd like to play shortstop.
Okay, get out there.
How you like my boy, Mr. Van Buren?
It's not bad.
Not bad. Did he kiss that horsehide right out of the park? Did he get the fat into the bat on that peel? Bye-bye, baby. How about that? Dig, boy, dig!
Say, he's got an arm.
Got an arm? He's got an arm like a cannon.
And a couple of Texas leaguers. Let's see how he moves back under him.
What's the story on this kid?
You saw where he was hitting them, didn't you? Over the garden wall. Attaboy, Joe. Rifle it home, boy. Rifle it home.
Where did he come from?
His name is Joe Hardy.
Okay, Joe, come on in.
Who's he been playing for?
He weighs 150 pounds, chews juicy fruit.
You're a big help.
Never played anything but sandlot ball, huh? Whereabouts?
Out west.
The Midwest. Hannibal, Missouri.
Is that your hometown?
Yeah, that's it. Boy, does it get hot there sometimes.
You hit the ball pretty good.
Thanks.
I think we might give you a contract. Send you one of our farm clubs, a little seasoning.
Seasoning? That's ridiculous.
Well, how about it, kid?
I don't think so.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I haven't got time.
Time?
Baseball's in a rut. If Ty Cobb came here looking for a chance, you'd send him to Little Rock for 3 years. Come on, Joe. We'll go somewhere where we'll be appreciated.
Gee, Mr. Van Buren, give me just one more chance, please.
I love the Senators.
So do I, and there's only a few of us left.
Get your bat. Buster! Oh, my God.
More seasoning, eh? The ball's only going for a 600-foot ride.
That's the longest ball kick I ever saw in my life.
I think I spoiled my children.
I just can't believe it. Where could he be been all these years? Okay, you win. Get a uniform.
You mean it?
Yes, I mean it.
Yeah, this job will get hot from that. Ever thank you.
I'll find a way.
Guys, this is wonderful. Listen, don't think I'm going off my chump or something. But you got no idea what this means.
So good, doesn't it?
All my life I dreamed. Oh, gee.
Just take it easy, kid.
I will.
I don't want you getting so excited you're tensed up on us.
I must have tied the wrong knot.
Let me wait on you, boy. I got a hunch you're going to bring us luck.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, no.
Sit still.
Well, I'm glad I came by this morning.
Something happened after all, huh?
Give me the real story on this, will you?
He's a natural talent. That's all.
Oh, don't be coy.
Hey, thanks very much for the loan of your shoes.
You did right by them, Joe.
What was the matter with your own shoes? I saw you bring in a pair.
They were too small for me.
Your own shoes.
Maybe they had swollen, or it was the heat or the excitement or something.
Come on, Joe. I'll take you up to the front office. How do you meet Miss Welch?
Shouldn't I put my shoes on first?
Oh, God.
I've got it. Shoeless Joe Hardy.
You're gonna call him Shoeless Joe?
That's what everybody's gonna call him. I'll give this club some publicity.
Shoeless Joe, huh?
I'll help
Pretty
you.
good.
I'll help you celebrate, boys.
What's the gag?
Let's make Joe famous.
How do we make him famous?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Who came along in a puff of smoke?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Strong as the heart of the mighty young.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Lucky are we to be having him.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Just when the future was looking grim.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Came a long, long way
to be with us today. With arms of steel like Hercules.
Whoa!
Feet as fleet as Mercury. Right for us, do right for us.
He'll be a big kid like us.
He's Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Go, 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 go like a bat out of nowhere.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Strike at the full, let him know you're there.
Joe from Hannibal Mole. Hey! Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Hey! Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole.
Him Paula,
Oh, that's fresh Listerine.
he sneezed and blew away cow. His laughter ripped the bottom half.
Go, 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 go.
Like Santa's coming, heaven's come.
Man from the hand from.
He's Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mole. Go, let him know where. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal, strike at the full, let him know you're there.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal.
Look out, look out, look out, look out for Shoeless Joe, that rapper boy from Hannibal Mole.
Hey, special edition! Joe Hardy wins the game! Joe Hardy steals hearts of his fans. You can...
Hey! What's the big idea? You girls, stop! Right now.
Who can allow me to pass those last?
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Strong as the heart of a mighty oak.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Let's hear we should be having news.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
Just when the future's looking grim.
Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo.
It's a long, long way to be with us today. With hearts that still like Hercules.
Do right for us. He'll be a naked boyfriend.
He's Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Go, 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 go. Go like that and you know where. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Strike it slow and know you're there. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Get behind the scenes and fresh and green. You see him move like that. Whoa!
Is that the riff of Barnhouse?
Whoa! Like heaven from me, let us help. Like men from the heavens tell me. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal Mo. Go, 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 go. Go like that and you know where. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal. Strike it slow and know you're there. Shoeless Joe from Hannibal. Look out, look out, look out for Shoeless Joe, the barefoot boy from Hannibal Mo. Go, 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 go.
Hey, you know what? Joe Hardy's going to be interviewed by the press. There's one of the players. Aren't you coming?
No, I thought it was Joe Hardy.
Ah, you'll never get Joe Hardy. They won't let you near him. Look out, here comes Mrs. Welch.
Who?
Welch, the lady who owns the club.
Our readers are really burning to get the scoop on it.
Of course they are. That's why I asked you here.
Oh, may I have your autograph, please? It's for my niece. She's sick. Muscular diathermy.
After all these lean years, we bring you a truly great ball player. A man for you all to be proud of. And right away, that Gloria Thorpe starts sniping him.
Gloria's the eager type, Miss Welch. She's just curious.
It doesn't help.
As a matter of fact, I'm curious myself. How about those shoes? How come he didn't get his own shoes?
A pair of spike shoes, they all look alike. He just picked up the wrong shoes, that's all. Good grief, what's the mystery there? This boy has gone from pinch hitter to idol of the nation in 1 month. And then you boys want to go and make trouble.
And I'm gonna get Joe Hardy's too. Look, here comes someone. Oh, he's nobody. Are you anybody?
Not a soul.
Now, Joe, you mustn't be temperamental.
I'm not. Only the questions that Gloria Thorpe Dame asked are none of her business.
A good press means a lot to the front office, Joe. Come on, boy. Play ball with them a little, will you?
They're a bunch of crooks. You tell them one thing, they write down whatever comes to their heads.
Look, you talk to him. I'll go out there and say he's up to speed.
Joe, you're getting to be a regular prima donna.
Why do they have to keep after me? Why can't I just play baseball instead of sitting around answering a bunch of questions, making up things about my past?
If you ever get in a jam, you can always turn to me.
I don't want to get in a jam.
Also, it seems as though you're forgetting who made you what you are today.
I'm batting 480.
As a baseball player, you are a triumph. As a man who goes through with a bargain, you leave something to be desired. I followed you last night,
Oh.
and I followed you the night before.
Well, don't you just know where I am without all the effort?
No, I have to do most things the hard way.
Well, is there any objection to my walking around where I used to live?
You know how I feel about homes and wives?
That's why I didn't tell you I was going. I love baseball, Mr. Applegate, but I'm homesick.
I'm planning some diversion for you. I have sent for a very attractive girl from Chicago.
I don't like people from Chicago.
Oh, nuts with that, Joe. I'm offering you a chance to know one of the most fascinating women ever known in the history of the world.
No, thank you.
Well, don't go back to Magnolia Street. You understand? I forbid it.
You don't own me yet. Not until after midnight on the 24th.
And then?
Is it so terrible just to want to go home?
You're too big for that kind of sentimental nonsense. Now, you just think things over.
I am thinking things over. I'm thinking about a lot of things. A man doesn't know what he has until he loses it. When a man has the love of a woman, he abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love. I didn't know what I had when I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday, once again, be found.
Joe, Mrs. Welch wants to speak to you.
Joe, Miss Ford hasn't quite finished talking to you yet. You don't mind, do you?
I'll do whatever you say, Miss Welch.
Come on in.
Joe's feeling better now, so if you have any other questions...
It isn't that I have more questions, Ms. Welch. I don't think I caught the answer to the one I've already asked.
Which one?
Your family.
I haven't got any family. They've all passed away.
Well, what about friends?
He's got one friend I know of. Put me down, Gloria.
What about your friends back in Hannibal? Heard from any of them?
If you will permit me to say a word, I happen to represent the Hannibal Bugle, and I'm telling you right now that everybody back in our little town is just as proud as pumpkins of little old Joe.
Well, thank little old you and thank little old Joe.
Quit picking on the boy, will you? He hasn't got anything more to tell you. If you want to ask questions, ask me.
Okay. You think Washington's gonna win the pennant?
When I swim the channel.
Hey, what's so funny? What's so funny that Washington might win the pennant? Who's winning more games than we are? I don't know why it's such a funny idea that we should cop the pennant. All we have to do is win games.
Here, here.
Guess I said too much.
No, you didn't. These newspaper people don't know what it is to have their heart in a ball club. Okay, we're not even in the first division. But strange things happen in baseball. We're climbing. We're moving up. So you think what you please, and I'll think what I please. But don't blame me for hoping, and don't blame me for loving this boy who's made it possible for me to hope. Now you can go out and put it in your papers that I say that we'll have the pennant sewed up by the 25th of September.
25th. The season ends on the 25th?
That's right.
We'll have it sewed up by the 24th.
Now there's a statement for you.
How sneaky can a fella get? Lola!
Hiya, Chief.
Welcome to the nation's capital.
Thank you, Chief.
Now, how about that job in Chicago?
I cleared the whole thing up before I left. I got the old boy to embezzle $100,000 and lost it for him at the racetrack. His wife left him and he took to drink. I told him I was through and he jumped out of the window. 22nd story.
That's high enough. That's fine. Now, I have an important task. One that can only be handled with a little female persuasion. See, there's this new boy I just got a hold of. Look, Lola, I've done a terrible, foolish thing. I let this real estate genius talk me into an escape clause.
I've never heard of it.
And you'll never hear of it again. I've got too much on my mind. It slipped by me. I'm overworked. So when I made this Joe Hardy deal,
Joe Hardy?
That's his name.
They say he's great. Clarence just raved about him.
Who's Clarence?
You know.
Here's the tie-up. This is a mass torture deal like the 30 Years' War. I've got thousands of Washington fans drooling under the illusion that the Senators are going to win the pennant.
That's awfully great, Chief. There'll be panic, heart attacks, and lots of beautiful pandemonium. Just like the good old days.
But the key to the whole thing is this fellow. He wants to go back to his wife. For all I know, he's sneaking out there right this minute.
Well, Chief, you know I'm pretty good at making men forget their wives.
There isn't a home wrecker on my staff better than you, Lola. But this fellow's stubborn.
Oh, come on, Chief. You know I've got what it takes. Don't make me brag. I took the zing out of the king of Siam. I took the starch out of the sails of the Prince of Wales. It's no great art getting the heart of a man on a silver platter. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. I made mincemeat out of a sweet young farmer. I knocked the fight out of the knife when I pierced his armor, and I'll bet I can upset every male in a Yale regatta. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. You've gotta know just what to say and how to say it. You've gotta know what game to play and how to play it. You gotta stack those decks with a couple of extra aces. And this queen has her aces in all the right places. I've done much more than that old bore, Delilah. I took the curl out of the hair of a millionaire. There is no trick getting some hick who is cool, just a little warmer, a little talent, a little brains, with an emphasis on the former. Slid up a home way up in Nome, Alaska, and wrecked the life of every wife. Down to Madagascar, ask me why. Weak men will die for me, strong men simply shatter. A little brains, a little talent, with an emphasis on the latter. You gotta know just what to do and how to do it. You gotta know what tea to brew and how to brew it. You've seen the sign that says George Washington once slept here. Well, though nobody's fight him, guess who was beside him? Bring on that boy, he'll be a toy to Lola. Just one more case she can erase with that old Buffalo. What's my plan? Same as with any man, no. He's a standard pattern, plus a little this, and a little that, with an emphasis on the latter.
Did you find them?
I need those eggs.
Here you go.
Oh, get Max to come with us.
Yes, Maxie. After we finish the bacon, how about going on the town with us?
No thanks.
Megsy, you've got to realize that Joe is never coming back.
I like to pretend he is.
Well, you've got to go on living.
I am living.
You know, living life to the full. Now come with us. We're going to the train station to see Gregory Peck come in on the train from California.
Come in. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the deliveries.
No. That is, I heard you had a room you might be willing to rent.
Me? Rent a room?
Well, that's what they said, some fellow down at the corner.
Well, I never even thought of renting a room.
I wouldn't be any trouble. I can promise you that.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't, Mr.
Joe Hardy.
My husband's name is Joe.
Is that so? That's quite a coincidence.
He's away.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yes.
For long?
Not too long, I hope. He had to go on a trip.
Well, I guess that's why this fellow thought you might have an extra room.
I wonder who that could be. Oh, dear, excuse me. We're cooking for the bridge club, a friend of mine and her sister. Just make yourself at home.
Thank you. He will come back to you again.
Sorry to have taken so long. My friends think it will be good for me to take in a boarder.
I'd certainly appreciate it.
They're coming in to meet you just as soon as they fix their hair. We have a room upstairs that was my husband's den, and we use it as a guest room. Would you like to see it?
Well, I know it's all right.
Better take a look at it. Oh, and I'd have to ask you not to use downstairs when we have bridge club. That's every 3 days.
Well, that wouldn't bother me. I'd be away quite a bit anyhow. I go away for like 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
Oh, I see.
Well, you get kind of lonesome when you're out on the road, and I was just walking around the neighborhood wishing I could live out this way.
I guess I see through you. You just miss someone you've left behind. Is that it?
I do. I miss somebody awful.
Well, I know how that is.
A man doesn't know what he has until he loses it. When a man has the love of a woman, he abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love. I didn't know what I had when I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, he's lost. May someday once again be found.
I know what you mean, Joe, only too well, for I am lonely just When a woman has the love of a man, she abuses it. I didn't know what I had when I had my old love.
I didn't know what I had when I said goodbye, old love. Yes, a man doesn't know what he has till it is no longer around. But the happy thought is, whatever it is, she's lost. May someday, once again, be found.
Not here. Well, where is he?
He's upstairs. He's going to take it. He's just clearing out a few drawers.
Don't you want us to look him over first? But I thought that
I know I did, but you can just tell he's such a sweet boy. Look out, here he is. I want you to meet some friends of mine. Mr. Harper, Sister Miller,
Hello there.
and Doris Miller.
How do you do? Isn't it a gorgeous day? Sister, what? Come here.
Well, look here, Miss Boy, this is a mighty funny thing. When I was clearing out that top drawer, I found an envelope addressed to you.
You did? Well, that's strange. I thought I had looked everywhere. My gosh, look! Money! Well, say you certainly have brought me luck. Look at this, kids! I guess Joe left...
You're Joe Hardy, aren't you? It's Joe Hardy, Meg, not Mr. Harper. It's Joe Hardy. Why, he's the greatest baseball player. Oh, my goodness, I'm flabbergasted. Oh, gee, Joe Hardy. Can I have your autograph? You don't know what's happened to you, Meg. He's a hero. We saw the game and the home run you made in the seventh. Was that an inside pitch? Was he trying to loosen you up? And that wonderful double play in the third. Did you hurt your hand?
Yes, good morning.
I'm from City Hall.
Where?
City Hall. Just serving official notice in the neighborhood.
What kind of notice?
New zoning law. No one is permitted to take roomers in this neighborhood.
But they do. People do.
Effective as of today.
What's this?
This man.
Oh, it's all right, Meg. I mean, Mrs. Boyd, I know this, man. I'll be right in. Really, Mr. Applegate, you're carrying things too far.
Joe, she's here. I've told her all about you. She's interested. Know what I mean? A real hot tamale.
If you keep pounding me this way, I'm not going to be able to play baseball worth anything.
Do you think I like it? Wasting my time? Not to mention the money spent on costumes.
Can't you understand how I feel?
No.
I was married when I was only 20. No matter what went wrong with my life or my business, there was someone I could come home to whom I'm trusted, and a place I could come where I would feel protected. This house, Mr. Applegate, I can't give it up all at once.
Joe, you're not trying.
And if you want to know, I've rented a room here.
But I told you... Oh, my hoof!
It's all right. He's gone.
What did he say?
Well, he's just a practical joker.
Oh, I'm not much a judge of character. My husband always said that.
We're gonna fix up your room with a lot of Joe's old baseball pictures.
He was a great fan, you know.
Oh, a fanatic! Every night in front of the television set, you'd see that big, fat slob sitting there.
like a ball player today. 3 for 5, kid. 3 for 5.
A lot of Joe's fan clubs want to do things that night. I asked Joe if he wanted this party. He said no. He only wanted to be in the Hall of Fame.
He was just kidding.
I don't think so.
A party for Joe is a good idea. But about a month from now, at the end of the season.
Sometimes I think Joe is 14 years old, and sometimes I think he's 50.
Well, I hear we finally got Joe on television.
Does that surprise you?
I was wondering if you could tell me why he's been refusing to appear before this.
My dear girl, he's shy.
Mr. Applegate, I'd like to ask you just one more question. When Joe was back at Hannibal, did he have the same name?
Yes, Hardy. You spell it with an H.
What's so funny?
Oh, something came to mind. It isn't important.
He played a nice game tonight.
His batting average went up 4 more points. It's now 524. Not bad for a raw rookie.
Yes, very raw.
Lovely girl. I know she'll make some nice young man very unhappy.
Kid, 3 for 5. Oh, yeah. Hey, Rock. That dumb blonde spider from the drugstore's out there waiting on you. Tell her to keep on waiting. Testifies the reception committee. You sure dressed for the party. Hey, did you see Dawson Thorne's glove? Runs that 3-2 pitch?
I swing at the ball, and the next thing I know, I'm riding in the third. Oh, yeah.
Center's 9. Well, Yankees 2. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to memorize that.
Hey, boys. I was just thinking of Mrs. Welch. She's pretty pleased. Get some sleep, boys. Tomorrow we'll pin their ears back in a bow knot for them.
Yeah. 3 for 5, kid. 3 for 5. Right. Hey, Rock. Yeah. That blonde says she's tired of them. She wants something to eat.
I see you're receiving formal now.
How'd you go, Joe?
Fine.
Yeah. What'd you tell that great invisible audience?
Well, I told them we were lifting our second mortgage and taking an option on first place.
Sound like one of those white-collar workers.
Oh, I used to have a little sideline.
That's right. Every ball player should have a sideline.
Good evening, gentlemen. Great game, Joe. Proud of you, my boy.
Hey, good night, fellas.
Well, we showed those Yankees, didn't we?
Yeah, if we could just take that doubleheader tomorrow, wouldn't that be great?
You will, you will. I feel it in my bones. Joe, did you notice that charming young lady sitting in the box with me?
Yeah, I noticed her.
She wants to meet you. I'll bring her in.
Hey, wait till I get my shirt on.
That's my boy.
Hey, you know I got a kind of sort of a date back home. I mean, I know you don't like it, but
Joe, I do like it. I've changed my mind. I want you to be happy.
Thanks.
But this girl's a sweet kid.
Sure.
Lola! She talked about you all through the game. Here we are. Joe, I want you to meet my friend Lola.
How do you do?
This is Joe Hardy.
I have seen him from a distance.
And admired him.
You should not tell what I admire.
Joe, this is Senorita Lolita Bonanno. You may have seen her picture in the papers. She was Miss West Indies of 1957.
Well, it certainly is a pleasure to meet you. Oh.
Thank you.
Joe, keep Lola company for a second. I've got to get a hot dog.
But Mr. Applegate, What are my manners? Won't you sit down?
You're so polite.
Whoa.
This is where you all get ready?
Yes, ma'am?
Interesting. The truth is, Mr. Joe, I do not know how to talk to a man so famous like you.
Look, how about you, Ms. West Indies? That's going some.
It is silly. I'm ashamed he told you. Mr. Applegate tries to show me off too much. Just because my picture's in the papers. And maybe I am pleasing to look at in a bathing suit. Is that so important?
Well, as the fellows would say around here, it ain't bad.
No, Joe. What is inside me? If I am interesting person, that is important.
I agree.
What are those?
That's where we pack our duffel when we go out on the road.
Oh, Joe. You like music? You like dancing?
Not so very hot at dancing, but I like music. I studied cornet for 3 years once.
Joe,
Yes?
you help me down. Por favor.
Sure. I actually studied for 4. I mean, my teacher said I had a natural lip. I mean, for playing cornet, that is. I mean, to play the cornet, you have to have really good lips. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, Joe, you are a wonderful boy.
I am?
You are so honest.
I'm honest, but I'm dumb, too.
Well, I like people who do not brag about themselves.
Me, too.
You know, Joe, you and I think alike about things.
We do?
I think we shall become to know each other quite well. Joe, would you like to take Lola someplace tonight?
I sure would like to, but you know what Mr. Van Buren would say.
He'd say, you lucky boy.
No, he'd say it's late. He likes us to get to bed early.
Any particular place? Oh, Joe, you think I am a naughty girl?
No, it's only, you see, I rented a room out in Chevy Chase earlier this afternoon, and I promised I'd move in. I gotta go home.
Home?
I promised I'd be there.
But you want to hurt Lola's feelings?
No, I don't want to hurt
But
anyone.
Lola wants you to stay with her.
We have to keep training and strict rules and all that.
You can tell me all the rules.
You're making this very complicated.
Then be good boy.
I'm trying to.
And do like Lola tell you to do. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. Little man, little Lola wants you. Make up your mind to have no regrets. Recline yourself, resign yourself, you're through. I always get what I aim for, and your heart and soul is what I came for. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. No use to fight, don't you know you can't win? You're no exception to the rule. I'm irresistible, you fool. Give in. Give in. Give in. Hello, Joe. It's me. He hit so far. Hold on. What will we do?
Lola.
Yes, Joe.
If it were you that I promised to come home to, you'd want me to come home, wouldn't you?
I see.
Well, you're a really great girl, and I wish I were two people, but I'm only one. And I'm married.
What a flop. Just a routine case, eh?
He is different.
Alibi Ike.
I never ran up against one like that before.
Oh, bosh and double bosh. Get yourself a new line. Your methods are old-fashioned. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets.
Just give me some more time, Chief. Just a little more time.
There isn't any time. They go on the western trip, but when they come back, I'll smoke him out. I'll start a scandal in the neighborhood. She'll have to throw him out.
What kind of scandal?
Good Lord, the boy is living right there in the house with that woman. Aren't you shocked? I am.
You didn't need to get your costume on yet. Who's your favorite player? I like Slugger. Smokey's my kind of player. I like Joe Hardy. Wait over there. Miss Weston, every fan club got to rehearse but us. All right, you may have the stage, but don't take too long. Hey, put down that sign. Don't I get to carry it? Not while we're singing. What about our costumes? Play fair. Later. Now line up. It's a big army that we're in this show, and we want to do well. The Teddy Chase Fan Club is grateful to you, Joe, because you taught us this big lesson. You gotta have hope.
All you really need is hope. When the odds are saying you'll never win, that's when the grit should start. When your luck is at zero, get your chin up off the floor. Sister, you can be a hero. You can open any door, there's nothing to it but to do it. Gotta have hope. From the heart. Always want to be a king and so forth. To keep that old horse who won the heart.
So when the bases are loaded, the count is 3 and 2. You'll hit a homer, Joe. We can't depend on you.
You're a hero, cause you've got heart. You've got heart. You've got heart.
Benny will make a little speech first, and then we'll get on with these acts, whatever they are. I hope you don't have too many.
There were 100 that wanted to perform, but we only picked the best.
You'll give me a list.
It's in the dressing room.
Miss Weston, the G Street fans, they can't find the costume.
Excuse me, Miss Welch.
So, Benny, you feel all right about everything?
Well, I'm not bubbling over with joy about the game we played today, if that's what you mean.
Well, don't show it. We've come to the end of the season better than I ever dreamed.
2 games to go.
Don't worry, we'll be the champion. All we have to do is win one of those games.
But the way Joe cracked up on us today.
Easy. So, Joe, how does it feel to have the whole town honoring you?
Feels like I wish I deserved it.
Now, Joe, boy, we'll get him tomorrow, eh?
Here's the list.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse us, Joe.
I gotta practice my speech.
Congratulations.
Oh, it's you.
I've become a fan now, officially. We're putting a dance on in your honor tonight.
That's very nice, Miss Cabana.
No, Miss Cabana's gone. No accent. Didn't you notice? She failed dismally.
Kidding me again, I guess.
No, Joe, just kidding myself. I'm just a bad hussy who organized a fan club without instructions from Mr. A.
He wanted us to lose today, didn't he? Couldn't you hear him giving me the razz all through the game? Anything, personal things, anything that would set me off. That's why I threw a ball in his hands. I was trying to hit him.
You led in 2 runs and hit an old lady. He was delighted.
What does he want?
Tomorrow's the 24th.
Yes?
I think he doesn't want to lose you.
What do you want?
I'd like to be your friend.
Guess you mean it. Thanks.
Joe, you make me feel girlish. And I'm 172 years old. You see, many men have loved me, hopelessly, but I felt nothing. And would you believe it? You're such a good, loyal, dumb, ordinary man. You make me feel tender. It's quite exciting. You still believe me?
Folderol!
Look out.
Folderol! What business is it of yours where Joe lives?
I'm curious, that's all.
Joe moved out of that house in Chevy Chase because... Why did you change to the hotel, Joe?
To be near you. Let me tell you something else. We're gonna win that pennant tomorrow. Just wait and see.
That's the spirit. That's the way a ball player should talk. Don't you think?
I think a lot of things, my friend. You see, I've just come back from a trip to Hannibal, Missouri.
Well, did you drop in and say hello to the boys at the Bugle?
There is no bugle, Mr. Apple Juice.
You know my
Yes,
name.
I do, but I don't know Joe Hardy's name.
What was that, Crack?
One thing I do know, his name isn't Joe Hardy.
If you are referring to the rumor that he is Shifty McCoy, I deny it emphatically.
Who's Shifty McCoy?
All right. If you haven't heard it, I haven't said it. What's your big problem anyhow? Why do you say he is not Joe Hardy?
Nobody in Hannibal's ever seen or heard of Joe Hardy. His birth isn't registered there. He's a faker. Where did he come from?
Oh, don't be so nosy. Go home. Get married. Have children.
Clear the ladder, boys. Benny! Benny.
You part of this shindig.
Hey, you're pretty. Benny, ever hear of a ball player named Shifty McCoy?
Isn't he the guy that took a bribe down in the Mexican League about 4 years ago?
Oh?
Yeah, threw a game and they caught him at it.
What happened?
Took it on the land as far as I know. Never been heard of since.
Did you know him?
Nah, Miss Thorpe. I remember seeing his pictures in the papers at the time. It was quite a scandal.
Oh, that's where I'll find it. Mr. Van Buren, excuse me, could you tell me where this is home? Oh, no, never mind.
I'm ready.
We're going to start. Clear, everybody!
Now, this is Joe's night, and I'm not going to start off with any long speech. But later on, you may have to listen to a tribute or two, but right now, we're going to sit down and see what some of Joe's fan clubs think of him. Now, this first number is by the I Love Joe fan club. Yes, that's what it says. And here they are.
Mambo,
Going a little far, don't you think?
Didn't you like it?
I liked it fine. Puff him up. Oh, bring him down again.
Yo, what?
It's already started. Keep your eyes open, homewrecker. You'll see who's got the pain.
Mrs. Welch has just received a call from the commissioner. And that's one call we always answer. Now, folks, let's show Joe what we really think of him. Joe. What's the matter?
Joe, a very terrible thing has happened. In a few minutes, there will be an extra on the streets accusing you of being a fellow who took a bribe down with the Mexican League.
But who said such a thing about me?
The commissioner has called a hearing for tomorrow morning. If you can clear yourself, you can play. Otherwise, not.
But I wouldn't do such a thing. You guys listen, you know I'm not a crook. I die for the team. I will, and we'll win. We've got to win. We've got to.
Go back. Just say the word.
Well, suppose the hearing's still going on. You gonna change it in front of everybody?
No, that would cause talk. Oh, no. All you have to do is say, let's step into the...
The whole town's behind Joe. Parades, speeches. They know an okay guy when they see one, and so do I.
Yeah. Joe ain't done nothing wrong.
Mexican League food. That Wysthorpe dame trying to get out of town.
Now listen, whether Joe's with us today or not, you boys are still gonna go out there and play red-hot baseball.
Man, I bet those damn Yankees are up to all this.
Yeah, they're scared of us.
Yeah, we're the best club in the league, and you know it. Now whether Joe's with us today or not, you boys are gonna go out there, fill the park with so many base hits, those Cleveland Indians think it's the Third World War.
He's right. We gotta forget about Joe. Just think about the game.
Yeah.
You can't play the game worried. Found that out.
Yeah. That's why I got this outside hobby. Somebody give me a four-letter word for you do it to an egg.
What did the Yankees do us yesterday?
They murdered us?
Nix on that stuff. Beats.
Oh, Pete.
Hey, talk about something cheerful, will you? Something happy.
Yeah. Win. No win. You forgetting the rules. No, but I ain't forgetting women either. Yeah! Vinny says, if we're gonna make it to the big leagues, we gotta follow the strict rules. Well, he's right. No drinking, no women. Late hours, no women. Gotta keep your minds on the game. You gotta think about the game.
The game.
Gotta think about the game.
The game.
Beautiful broads may be great, though they're great, they'll have to wait while we think about the game. There was that waitress back in Kansas City, very friendly, dumb but pretty.
Yeah!
Man, her boy came short and smells sweet. I told her things I can't repeat.
Yeah!
She thought I hung the moon, more or less. I made a conquest that I must confess. Then I thought about the game.
The game.
Yes, I thought about the game.
The game.
Compartment doors all look the same. They'll walk in one and dance the same thing.
Yeah!
Woo!
Yeah!
Blonde, she smiled while all I did was stare. With nothing separating us but
Yeah!
Then I thought about the game.
The game!
Yes, I thought about the game.
The game!
Though my heart said stay for tea, all I said was pardon me, because I thought about the game. When a chick gives you the eye, remember,
Abstain!
when you're dying for some fun, remember,
Refrain!
When you're losing at dice and the clock says it's 11, and suddenly each roll you roll comes up a 7.
And you're in the kind of place that's really fun. Be polite, say goodnight, you should be in bed by 9.
hey guys, when your mother bakes you cakes, remember,
Safety!
when you're dying to go out, remember,
Don't give in. Every rule we shall obey to be sure. Just to win, we've got to stay good and pure. Good and pure.
hey Rock, remember those twins we took a ride with? We got to ride side by side.
Yeah!
We're out of gas 3 miles from Philly. Weather's great, the skies are filthy.
Yeah!
So I suggest we sit beneath the tree. With no one there but Rock, them chicks and me. So there we are, patiently waiting for help. 4 miles. 4 miles. With a single thought. I look at my girl.
Yeah!
I look at mine. And then with one fell swoop, we.
Then they thought about the game.
The game.
Yes, they thought about the game.
The game.
To our women, one and all, we will see you in the fall. But for now, we have to start every day. And think about the game. Think about the game. Think about the 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 game.
Meg,
Joe, thanks for coming.
they postponed the hearing till 10.
I didn't know whether it was all right for me to phone you.
Of course it was all right.
Joe, I have something to explain. If I'd known you were going to be in all this trouble, I wouldn't have asked you to give up your room. I want you to know that. I wouldn't care what the papers said.
I guess it was for the best. This is the 24th, and it will all be over soon.
You mean the baseball season?
Everything.
How you talk. Everything what?
We play the Yankees for the pennant tomorrow. If I shouldn't be in that game, would you think I was a crook?
Well, of course I couldn't.
Do you think I'm Shifty McCoy?
No, Joe, that's silly. You're not the least bit shifty. You're moody. Now, if they called you Moody McCoy, then I might think there were some grounds.
At least I want to have my name cleared before I disappear.
What in goodness name are you talking about?
There's a witness coming from Mexico City who knew Shifty McCoy. He'll come to the hearing and then I'll be proved innocent.
Well, of course you are. I know that.
Do you? Do you think I came from Hannibal?
No, Joe, I don't. But it's just as Sister said. If you want to pretend you did, then you must have your reasons. And it's an honor to the town. But I know you're good. I may not be a judge of character, but I know when somebody's good. That's why I keep saying that Joe, the other Joe, will come back. Because he was a good man too. And now that you're gone, I miss him more than ever.
He will come back.
You don't have to cheer me up.
He's closer than you think.
What would you know about it?
Just remember what I said. He's near to you, near to you, though you think he's far away, he's near to you, so near to you, as near as April is to May. Can't you feel him there in his favorite chair, staring at the fireplace? Oh, he's near to you, always near to you. Why, you might as well be face to face. For it's just as though he were standing as close as I. I know it's hard to imagine, but try. If he's really dear to you, he's near to you. He may be far away, and yet, if he's in your heart, really in your heart, how near to you can he get?
He's near to me, near to me, even though he's far away. He's near to me, so near to me, as near as April is to May. Joe used to take me dancing at the Elks. He wasn't such a hot dancer, but we had lots of fun.
I'm not such a hot dancer either.
I love it.
You ready?
You said you weren't a good dancer.
I didn't think I was. I don't know what I was saying on your feet.
Haven't done this in years.
You're awful with it. If he's really dear to you,
He's near to me.
he's near to you.
He's near to me.
He may be far away, and yet,
If he's in my heart,
how near to you.
How near to me.
How near to you. Can he get? It's just psychology, baby. Just psychology. Do you think this noble young Joe Hardy will desert his team and the men who have trusted in him? Never.
But suppose he...
You're not supposed to suppose. I've put a lot of effort into this case.
He is an interesting boy.
And once I've got him for keeps, I'll make him throw the game. That'll kill him.
As for me, I'm sorry.
What did you say?
I said I'm sorry for him.
I have observed of late a certain laxity on your part. Are you forgetting every principle I ever taught you? All right, 100 times.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry
I must
for
select
anybody,
something
never
appropriate
feel
for this
sorry
evening's
anybody,
hearing.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never
That
feel
looks
sorry for
terrible. I'll wear that.
Sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody.
Now, can anybody guess who that is?
Never feel sorry
Come
for
in, Joe.
anybody. Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for
All right,
anybody.
Lola, knock it off. Later. We've got the greatest baseball player in the world here. Let's do him homage.
It's very nice of you to say that, Mr. Applegate, but it doesn't look as though Joe Hardy would ever make the Hall of Fame.
One can never tell.
I've made my decision. I would like to exercise the escape clause, which was to take place on the 24th, which, just today.
Aren't you being a little hasty?
I thought it all over. I found out that there's something more important in life than being a hero.
Deep, this boy. Very deep.
I want out. I want to go back.
Very well. An operation of this sort must take place at the witching hour. So at 5 minutes till midnight, if you still want to go back, just say the word.
Well, suppose the hearing's still going on. You gonna change me in front of everybody?
No, that would cause talk. Oh, no. All you have to do is say, let's step into the next room. Joe Hardy will go through that door. He will never return. Took it on the lam, they'll say.
I just wanted to be sure there was no misunderstanding. Goodbye, Lola.
Goodbye, Joe. Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody, never feel
All right, Lola, let's not just have the letter, let's have the spirit.
Never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody, never feel sorry for anybody, never...
And don't get too impudent with me and I'll degrade you and get Clementine in here for this work. Get too fresh with me and I'll put you back on your broom. Now, while I go to the hearing, you sit down over there and you think of 3 dirty tricks. And they better be good. What's the matter with you, huh? You discourage me. Whenever I'm, from time to time, depressed, and a trauma wells and swells within my breast, I find some pride deep inside of me as I fondly walk the lane of memory. I see Bonaparte, a mean one, if ever I've seen one, and Nero fiddling through that lovely blaze. Antoinette, dainty queen, with her quaint guillotine. Yeah, those were the good old days. I see Indians a-dragging an empty covered wagon when scalping the settlers was the latest craze. And that glorious morn Jack the Ripper was born. Those were the good old days. I'd sit in my rocking chair, so peacefully rocking there, counting my blessings by the score. The rack was in fashion The plagues were my passion, each day held a new joy in store. Was anybody happy? I see cannibals a-munchin' at a missionary luncheon. The years may have flown, but the memory stays, like the hopes that were dashed when the stock market crashed. Those were the good old days. I'd walk 1,000,000 miles or more for some of the gore of those good old days. I see earthly killing when dentists first were drilling, and the longer it took, why the more I praised, and that era of pain long before Novocaine. Yeah, those were the good old days. I dozed by the fireside, dreaming of cyanide. Never a worry or a care. But how can one measure the infinite pleasure of dreaming of the electric chair? Some people found it shocking. Skip it! And in the hours I lay 'em with arson and with mayhem. It's a heavy routine, but it always plays. And my favorite encore was the 100 Years' War. Those were the good old days. I'd gladly sell the 7 seas for just one reprise of those good old days.
Well, I'll tell you, because I value the good name of baseball more than I do victory for my own team.
Well, just because a picture taken in the paper 4 years ago happens to look something like it doesn't mean...
Miss Welch,
Oh, I know.
Miss Thorpe has the floor.
It wasn't the picture. The picture only fortified my suspicion that he had a phony background.
Well, he never lived in Hannibal. That much I'll promise you.
Not just now.
The paper paid my expenses to come down here and testify.
Not just now. Sit down, please. Mr. Hart.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, boy, if you were brought up in Hannibal, how do you account for the fact that no one seems to remember you? Just give your explanation of that fact.
If I may interject a word, out in Hannibal, Missouri, comes this young woman, subtle, sophisticated. She approaches this simple man here and...
Simple. You better wait a minute.
Mr. Commissioner, I'd like to have one question answered by this Mr. Applegate. If, as you say, Joe Hardy was born in Hannibal, Missouri, why is there no record of his birth?
You have asked a question,
I have.
and I will answer it.
Thanks ever so.
And it will bring the blush of shame to your fair brow, and a tear to many an eye. Joe's birth was not registered because his parents were not married. I hope you're satisfied.
Yes, we'll drop that line of inquiry.
I hope this remorseless inquisition has now reached its climax. And it... Oh, good news. My witness from Mexico City will be here in 30 minutes.
30 minutes? I can't wait. It's 11:45 now.
Mr. Commissioner, I've got to say one thing. I've got to make one thing clear. I have been cheered and abused because I wrote that story, but I didn't originate the rumor about Shifty McCoy. I heard it from someone else.
Well, who?
That platitudinous manager of our young phenom, from Mr. Applegate.
He told you. Quiet. Mr. Applegate, do I understand?
That is one of the most dastardly misrepresentations.
Just answer the question.
I am called here to answer questions. Instead, let me ask a question. When my time is needed to fight grafting, corruption, and organized baseball, why am I called upon to quibble with these fellow travelers?
We've come here to witness.
If you please. If you please.
We'd like to speak up.
We're material witnesses.
Why, hello there, Mr. Hawkins.
Hello, Meg. How are you?
It's the Miller girls.
Hello, girls. How are you? You seem to be old acquaintances.
We'd like to take the stand and testify.
We'll take the oath or anything.
You see, at first we didn't remember Joe, but then I remembered him, and I reminded the girls, and pretty soon they remembered him too.
Well, hello there, Joe. How are you? I hardly even recognize you. You've grown up so. You knew him? We used to pick huckleberries together.
You must remember him, Mr. Hawkins. Don't you mind he used to come in and collect the mail for old Mrs. Peeper?
It's 5 minutes before midnight.
What is it, Mr. Hardy?
I'd like to go in the other room and speak to Mr. Applegate.
Wait, Joe. He remembers.
Sure, now I remember.
No, Meg, listen.
Silence! Quiet!
Right there and let them call him a liar to his face. And now he's vindicated.
I don't want anyone to leave the room.
Mr. Commissioner, I said to Benny Van Buren just this morning. I said, Benny, I know the boy. He's true blue. I know a loyal player when I see one. Why, Joe would go to hell for this team.
You bet he would, Mrs. Welch. That's just what Meg said, didn't you?
Yes, ma'am, Mrs. Welch, because we didn't care what the paper said. We never lost faith in Joe. He may have come from a poor family, but that's no sign of disgrace in this day and age. Surely some of the greatest men in our country came from poor families. And the way it turned out, some of the greatest baseball players did too. You see, we three all knew each other back in Hannibal, and Mr. Hawkins knew us. And when we heard about this thing, we couldn't bear to see an injustice done. That's why we pushed through. Although the corridors were so crowded, I thought we'd never make it. But we did.
Joe,
Where is he?
he's asleep. I gave him a pill.
Why didn't you give him 2?
I did. Move over.
Why not? We're in the same club now.
Don't cry, Joe.
You should have been there. Ms. Welch said, I know this boy. He'd go to hell for the team. Think that's funny?
You're gonna win, Joe.
Maybe.
I fixed it for you. I said I gave him 2 pills, well, I really gave him 4. He was so delighted with himself and horsing around, he said, give me a drink of that demon rum. Hee 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 hee. So I did, and I slipped 4 pills into it. He won't wake up until after the game.
But I wanted him to be there. I wanted him to have to sit right there and watch us win the pennant.
If he were there, you wouldn't win.
Benny's putting me in center field. I wouldn't look at him and I wouldn't hear him out there.
It doesn't matter, Joe. He owns you now.
Oh. I didn't know how it worked. Lola? What were you?
I was the ugliest woman in Providence, Rhode Island.
He'll be getting sore at what you did. Will he turn you back?
He threatens.
2 lost souls. I don't know whether to cry or make jokes.
Make jokes. We're together tonight and maybe never again.
Then we ought to make the best of it.
Please.
How do we do that?
You think of some way.
I'll think of something. Just give me a second now. Got it. So what's the next step?
Joe, would you like to take Lola someplace tonight?
I sure would like to. Took me a long time, didn't it?
You like the music? You like dancing?
Yes.
Let's
I know
go.
this great place called Club Limbo where we can
All
go.
right.
It's a creepy little joint.
Two lost souls on the
Highway of life. We ain't even got a sister or brother, but ain't it just great? And ain't it just great? We got each other. Two lost ships on a stormy sea, and one
with no sail and one with no rudder. But ain't it just great? And ain't it just grand? We got each other. Two lost sheep in the wilds of the hills, far from the other Jacks and Jills. We wandered away and went astray, but we ain't fussing 'cause we got
us, and we're two lost souls on the highway of life. And there is no one with whom we would rather say, ain't it just great? And ain't it just grand? Hey, we got each other. Wherever we go, whatever we do, as long as you got me and I got you, we got along because we got
each other.
Hey, hey, hey! Hey, Ronnie!
Fella told me there were 200 or 300 guys out there already.
I think it's crazy. We'll be perfectly comfortable, ready for anything. Sleeping with a lot of men. Well, that's a crude way to put it, Doris. Sleeping in line with a lot of men. That would be more refined. Oh, God. Suppose some strange man tried to talk to us. Well, that would be nice. But wouldn't it be better with 2 strange men? One for you, too. A pickup. Oh, Doris, you make me sick. You're always saying that we should live, and now we have a chance for a little social contact, and you want to back out. I want to live, but in the daytime. Some of the best living happens at night, believe me.
Man, they were just trying to keep you out of the game. Yeah, the whole thing was a frame-up.
Yeah, those dames from Hannibal sure told them. Those 3 old ladies ought to get a medal.
Old ladies! Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
It's what we get for lying.
A little white lie for something as important as a pennant never hurt a thing.
No, I suppose not.
Because if we lose, I'm gonna kill myself.
Well, the rhubarb's over. Van Buren comes back to the dugout. It's the first half of the 8th inning. Washington leads 4-3. The New York Yankees have a potential tying run on second base. And boy, how they'd like to bring that runner home. All right, we're all set to go once again. There's the stretch. Check to the runner leading off second base. Here comes the pitch. There's a long drive going deep into left field. And it is foul by 3 feet.
Foul! It's a foul!
You knew I had to get to the game.
I tried to wake you. I shook you and shook you.
You lied. I see it all now. You doped me. But why? Why did you do it?
Because I love him.
Love?
What happened?
Martin tried to steal second.
They got him! They got him!
Good old Smokey. He's got the arm for you.
What's the score?
4-3, Washington.
Well, I'll get there in time.
Watch. They will lose, even if I have to change it back right in front of everybody.
Well, I don't want to see it.
Come here. Come back here, you.
He's out.
Now for the Yankees is Hank Bauer on deck. Mickey Mantle. It's the first half of the 9th inning. 1 away, nobody on. The Senators now just 2 outs away from the pennant. Hank Bauer steps into hitting position. Hollingsworth out on the mound, looks in to get his sign. All set to go. He swings into the windup. Round comes the right arm. In comes the pitch. Bauer swings. There's a hard hit ground ball going into the hole between third and short. Sahovic charges over. Backhands the ball beautifully. There's the long throw.
What's the score? What's the score, bud? 4-3, Washington! Come on, now, we got him now.
Mickey Mantle at bat. Get this guy, get this ball.
Come on, Yankees!
Back, Joe, play D.
Come on, Washington, come on, Joe!
Come on, Joe. What's happened? What's the matter? Come on, boy.
Come on, Joe.
He can't run. He's lame or something. Come on, boy. Come. He comes!
That's what I thought. He took off like a rabbit. Then all of a sudden it looked like something hit him. He hobbled like he was lame. It was like a different man. Clumsy. There she goes. I thought we'd blow it again. But then he caught that ball. I tried to get to him to find out what was the matter, but the crowd got in the way. He ran into the clubhouse and haven't seen him since.
Hey, baby, Joe's closed the door. We found his pants by his locker. Come on, come on.
Neither Miss Welsh nor Benny Van Buren will affirm or deny the disappearance of Joe Hardy. However, many of the players admitted that from the moment he caught that ball and ran into the clubhouse, none of them has seen him. Where is he?
Is that you, sister? Joe. Joe. I'm a sight. Oh. I wasn't going to ask that.
Don't ask it.
I didn't mean to.
Don't ever ask it.
I won't. You've been on a secret mission, but you're back.
If you'll have me.
All right, Joe.
Is something the matter?
Say things to me.
We've had our little joke.
Things about us.
A woman doesn't
Listen,
know
Joe, it
what
was a
she
mean trick to turn you back.
until
It was an
she
impulse,
loses it.
and I regret it. But I'll make amends.
When a woman
You can
has
show
the
up tomorrow.
love of
You
a
can be
man,
Joe Hardy again.
she
You play the World
loses
Series.
it.
You'll play the greatest series ever played. You'll be a hero. I'm not really a bad fella, Joe. I'm just emotional. I've forgiven Lola, too. Look.
I didn't know what I had when I said goodbye.
Joe.
She wants you back, boy.
Joe.
What's wrong with him, Lola?
I don't know, Chief. Maybe it's real love.
There's no such thing, I tell you. There's no such thing as real love. Listen to me, you wife-loving louse. You belong to me. You crook. You thief. You two-dummy false-faced swindler. You robbed me. You robbed me. You robbed me. You robbed. You got